this video, we will talk about to set up the organization profile settings, adding of designation, and adding the branding of the organizations in Zoho Payroll. In order to set up the organization settings in Zoho Payroll, you have to log in with your admin credentials in your Zoho Payroll account and then click on settings at the top right corner here. Now here you will find under the organization settings, you will find the organization in which you have a profile, branding, work locations, department and designations. So let's first look at the very first option, which is the profile. In this section, you are able to add the organization logo, your organization logo, which can be added in the PNG, JPG or JPEG format. And so this logo will be very helpful in the sense when you are generating a pay slips or any of the documents or a TDS worksheets from within Zoho Payroll. These logos, organization logo will be displayed on the pay slips and the TDS worksheet, and which will reflect your organization brand. So after adding the logo, you have the organization name section where you can add your organization name. You add your business location as the specific country you belongs to. Then you select the industry from the drop down, which industry category your industry falls into. Then select the date format and the field separator, how your date should be reflected within Zoho Payroll in, in every transactions. Then it is followed by the organizational address. So you will enter your organizational address, registered address in these sections here. Complete address, then you enter your filing details of your filing address of your registered address here, which will be used across all the forms like form 16 or pay slips of an employee. So this can, and you can change it as per your own requirement when it is needed. So once you change it, click on the edit option here and just make the changes and save it here, so it will be saved. Then you have an option to enter the contact information. So there are two sections here where you can add your contact informations like the primary contact email address and the emails sent through. So in the primary contact email address, you can add this address will be added once you configure your Zoho Payroll account. So this is the email address which receives reminders and email notifications from Zoho Payroll. So your employees will receive the email from this email address as a reminder or email notifications from Zoho Payroll. So the notifications or reminders can be of the payslip reminders and the Form 16 reminders or different kind of a investment-related reminders can be sent from the primary contact email address. So you can also configure different addresses from which you want the emails can be sent through, different emails can be sent through. So you can always add these emails sent through addresses here. So this is by default the address which is added as when your Zoho Payroll is subscribed, and when you have configured this address is by default, but you can also add other address by clicking on configure sender email preferences. So when you click that, you have an options to add the sender here by giving the name and the email address of that sender so that it can be used in sending the mails from a different email address from Zoho Payroll. So before adding the email address, it is necessary to authenticate the domain here of your organizations so that the email address which you add here are authenticated and verified by Zoho Payroll, and the mails can be triggered as authenticated mails to the users of the organizations, which should not fall into a spam, which should not be treated as a spam emails like that. So you can always add these email addresses here and you can authenticate here by clicking on these options and add the necessary details here like DKIM and details here, and then click on validate and then add in your domain name, domain server here in your domain, and then it can be validated. So in this way, you can add the senders here. Now you have an options to add your branding here. Branding allows you to how your Zoho Payroll interface should look like. What is an appearance of that? So you can select different colors, like it should be a dark or a light beige. So the way you want to look at it, your Zoho Payroll interface should look at to every users. You can decide whether it's a light beige or a dark theme you want to select it. In the work locations, you can add different work locations of your organizations. If your organization is a multi-location organizations where you have offices spread all over the country, and you can add the different addresses here by clicking on add address here, and then you can add the work locations inside Zoho Payroll, which should be Once you add the users or employees inside Zoho Payroll, you will be adding their work locations also, so that will reflect in their employees profile there. So that is why it is required to add the work locations. Then you have an options to add a department. So all the departments needs to be added inside Zoho Payroll, to which the employee should be mapped and added. So in order to add the departments, click on the department green option here in the right hand side corner, give the department name and department code, and give the description if necessary, and then click on save to add a department. So it will reflect here. So it will also, when you add a user, it will reflect in the user's profile which department that particular users belongs to. Then you click on designations here, where you can add the designations which are there inside in your organization. So the team members or employees of your organizations belongs to certain have certain designations. So you can always add designations, all the designations of an organization, so that when you add in users, you can map these designations for this particular user. So in order to add designations, you can click on new designations, give a designation name, and then simply click on save to add the designations inside that. You can edit or delete the designations anytime you want to make any changes or you want to delete that. And this is how you can do the major organization settings inside your Zoho Payroll. Thanks for watching the video.